From terrifying deep web videos to disturbing clips that are difficult to watch.
I am the angel of
These cursed videos shook the entire internet. Many philosophers have often linked freedom and madness together, and in the 1940s, one Russian experiment proved that. This video is only a vague recreation of what had happened. Researchers held a subject awake for 15 days using gas-based stimulants, providing only basic supplies and no running water. At first, the subject seemed fine, but soon his mind began to turn wild. The subject screamed endlessly, and some even fell completely silent. Shockingly, he even refused to leave when freedom was offered. When the researchers opened the chamber, they faced a scene of self-inflicted chaos. Turns out, the subject had embraced all of it and did not want to be sane again. I feel fantastic. You're about to see a really disturbing video. On the 15th of April, 2019, a mysterious YouTube video titled "I Feel Fantastic" quickly went viral. It shows a robot that looks like a woman that's dressed in different outfits. It keeps singing an eerie, monotone song. Its movements are jerky and unsettling. When the video first surfaced, viewers shared the most disturbing theories. Some claimed the uploader might have a criminal past, and that Tara's clothes could belong to his victims. Others said the room itself felt just as creepy as the robot. Ayuwoki footage. One glance at this footage is enough to unsettle anyone. It looks like Michael Jackson, but a truly terrifying demonic version of him. The figure stood stiffly and had terrifyingly disproportionate features. This video was originally uploaded on YouTube in 2009, just weeks after Michael Jackson's passing. As creepy as it looks, this was actually debunked to be an animatronic sculpture. But even after it was debunked, this video only became the start of more scary content, such as horror games, fake dark web stories, and creepy videos like this. Because honestly, despite being an animatronic, it was still downright creepy. Blank room. Now you're about to see the most disturbing, confusing, and mysterious video ever. When it was first uploaded around 2005 under the title Blank Room Soup, it became the internet's collective nightmare fuel. It starts with an unidentified man sitting in a blank room, slowly eating something from a bowl. Then two figures wearing oversized pale masks walked in, gently petting him while he sobbed into the bowl. It felt like he was being forced to eat whatever was in that bowl. This led to terrifying theories about him being a hostage, and some even darker, saying the soup was made of unspeakable things. Creepy transformation. What you're about to see next will raise too many questions, because the video is that bizarre. The man named Olivier de Sagazan sits in a suit and slowly begins covering his face with thick, wet clay. With each second that passed, his form becomes more grotesque, terrifying, bone-chilling. He gouges out shapes with his fingers and adds more elements to achieve the creepy look. Sagazan reshapes his face over and over, like no amount of transformation seemed to satisfy him. Strangely, viewers see this as a disturbing form of art that comforts the disturbed and disturbs the comfortable. What do you think about this? Obsession Diaries. This video is a chilling glimpse into the mind of Ricardo Lopez, a 21-year-old from Hollywood, Florida. He had a dark and sick fascination with the Icelandic singer Björk. With time, that fascination spiraled into something else. Starting on his birthday in January 1996, he recorded over 18 hours of video diaries documenting his obsession. Lopez planned a dangerous package that he intended to send to the singer. Before he could act, he filmed a final recording of himself, so he could unite with the singer in the afterlife, if his plan succeeded. However, the tapes allowed the authorities to intervene and save the singer. Blank room repeat. Guys, do you remember the blank room video I talked about earlier? Guess what? Another similar clip surfaced years later in 2022. This one shows a person with the same oversized mask, dragging a person into a dark room. Unlike the original, there's no soup. No one knows if this is the same group returning after all these years, or a copycat trying to continue the same legacy. Either way, you need to see what I am about to show you next. Right after that black room video dropped, someone caught the masked figure stalking him at night, and he feared he might be next. He didn't share his location or identity, but let's just hope he's safe. The Poughkeepsie tapes. This video is so disturbing, even I didn't have the guts to watch it again. A helpless woman was held in a dark place that looked like a dank basement, with her mouth taped. Fear was evident in her eyes, and the fear grew louder as a creepy, masked man slowly crawled toward her. His intent clearly evil and predatory. The footage cut off there with no other information about her fate. This was from the Poughkeepsie tapes in 2007, showing dark deeds done by an evil man named Edward Carver. Although it was later revealed to be a staged production, some viewers believe there might be truth to it, especially since similar disappearances and strange cases were reported in Poughkeepsie, New York in 2003 and 2005. Red Room. A girl was sleeping in a messy, filthy room, and something was very wrong. Suddenly, a cardboard box fell from above, startling her, and panic immediately gripped her. The footage cut to another scene, showing her eating something. Just as suddenly, she began holding up a sign toward the camera, asking for more food. This clearly meant she was being held captive, with only enough resources to barely survive. It felt like one of the infamous Red Rooms, places where people are trapped systematically. Then, as someone tried to break into the barricaded room, her panic turned into pure terror. The video ends shortly after that, and her fate is still unknown. Creepy commercial. After seeing this unsettling video, you will not believe this was actually an advertisement aired in 2012. It shows a man slowly eating a thick, white, creamy substance straight off his own head. The eerie, wide-eyed stare of the man, combined with his unsettling expressions as he consumes the white stuff, makes the footage feel stranger. Over time, his face twists into a strange, ecstatic expression. This was actually an ad for an ice cream brand in Philadelphia. While the product itself was safe to consume, the video quickly became famous for its uncanny valley effect, leaving viewers horrified by the man and the brand as well. Missing brothers. On the 4th of October 2010, two Croatian brothers named Marko Novak and Ivan Novak disappeared mysteriously. A few days later, investigators recovered their phone from the elevator inside their apartment building. That's when they found this video. It showed the brothers walking through their neighborhood, and a strange man following them the entire way. He moved awkwardly, as if he wasn't in the right state of mind. Once the brothers entered the building, they came face to face with the same creepy man. The footage ended with a brief, terrifying scream, and that was the last time anyone had seen those brothers. Elevator game. The following footage has been taking rounds on the internet lately, and it's terrifying viewers. It was recorded on the 17th of November, 2015, as a woman entered an elevator and it began going down, but the floors did not end. She broke into panic and pressed different buttons. but nothing worked. The elevator kept going faster and faster, like it was taking her to the underworld. After an endless moment, the doors finally opened to complete darkness. Since there are no other details about this video, viewers are linking this to the urban legend known as the elevator game, where pressing certain buttons can take you to another world. Disturbing dating tape. This video starts with a man in front of a tropical fake background, giving a brief introduction.
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm 36 years of age.
At first, it seems like an ordinary VHS tape used for dating services, but soon he grows agitated, repeatedly trying to record himself. Suddenly, strange thudding noises echo in the background, sounds that make viewers uneasy. After a few moments, muffled crying from a woman can be heard in the background. His frustration grows and he lashes out. After another brief cut, he appears in different clothes. His words take a darker, more menacing tone this time.
Someone that doesn't mind disappearing for a long period of time.
When this tape was uploaded to YouTube in 2017, viewers believed this man was dangerous, possibly using the recordings to lure women. Teddy Perkins.
Oh my God! It's Teddy Perkins!
I'm glad you're alive.
Oh my God! You're my favorite ever.
The Teddy Perkins mystery has started many conspiracy theories for years, especially among Michael Jackson fans. The character first appeared on Atlanta, played by Donald Glover, but mysteriously during the 2018 Emmys, Teddy Perkins appeared alongside Glover. So, who was really playing that character? What confused fans even more was that Atlanta director Hiro Murai refused to reveal the person's true identity. So now, conspiracy theories are saying this was actually Michael Jackson in disguise, using Teddy Perkins to secretly tell his story. They even made connections between Michael Jackson's real story with the plot line in the show.
That's been a mystery to a lot of people, and I think we're gonna keep it a secret.
Signal hijack. What would you do if your TV signal suddenly got hijacked? It sounds unlikely, but this actually happened in Chicago in 1987. At exactly 11:15 p.m., viewers watching Doctor Who suddenly saw a creepy masked figure take over the screen. The first time it happened, engineers quickly regained control, and the strange broadcast only lasted a few seconds. But later that same night, the intruder struck again. The person was impersonating Max Headroom, a fictional character from 1985, but the message behind his mocking words and the bizarre actions were unclear. Despite years of investigation, authorities were never able to identify the hijacker. Dolphin muzzle. In 2007, people couldn't understand what they were seeing when this video was uploaded. It showed a figure that looked part human and part dolphin with a huge muzzle. Within weeks, the video had over 2 million views, sparking debates about experiments, hybrids, and people started believing that maybe this could be part of some strange hybridization experiment. Here's the truth. Years later, people found out this was actually a prosthetic mask made with foam, latex, and makeup. But even then, who really was the target audience of this unsettling makeover? Bathroom intruder. Every viewer who watched this clip in 2018 was downright terrified. A man living alone had been dealing with strange disturbances for a week. Mysterious noises, faint crying, doors opening on their own. Desperate for answers, he stayed awake one night and recorded everything. While filming, the bathroom door swung open by itself. He stepped closer, and the room was empty. But suddenly, a terrifying entity appeared out of nowhere, scaring him witless. with long hair and a ghostly, twisted face. This was the stuff of nightmares. The camera cut out instantly. After that, viewers begged for the follow-up, but they never heard from him again. Mystery Box. Here's your sign to never shop from the deep web. Hook. A YouTube channel called MKP Studios bought a dark web mystery box for $50,000. It arrived anonymously, poorly packaged, and with no return address. Inside was a duct-taped sandwich machine, a coded note, and a small foil-wrapped package. Although these items looked pretty normal from outside, something was really off. Ash picked up the foiled package. A disgusting stench filled the room. It was unbearable, like something rotten. When he tried to open it, he said that something was falling out. But since he was too disgusted by it, he refused to open it on camera. Hand thing.
You've been doing this for 24/7.
Shay St. John is one of the strangest and most unsettling things on the internet. In the infamous video, two characters appear wearing a plastic mask and a wig, while rhythmically clacking two mannequin hands together. One of them was Shay. The strange, sharp, and unnatural sounds they make turn the video even more uncomfortable to watch. According to the stories that viewers believed, Shay was once a supermodel who got into an accident. After that, her face was no longer in a good state, so rebuilt herself using mannequin parts, slowly losing touch with reality. Haunted morgue. A truly terrifying moment happened during a report inside a hospital morgue. That section was already known for strange incidents, with morgue tables tipping over on their own. The stories eventually attracted media attention. As the reporter stood in front of one of the sealed doors, the padlock suddenly moved by itself. He laughed nervously and tried to brush it off, but then the entire door slowly swung open. His unease was obvious, but he still continued reporting, realizing he had just captured the proof of the morgue's haunting on camera.
Les invito a que vean estas imágenes.
Ritual gone. This video is a terrifying reminder that dabbling in unknown rituals is never a good idea. The video starts with drawers inside a dark room slamming over and over again fiercely, completely out of control. This had happened because a group of friends decided to try a mysterious ritual. They believed it would give them powers, so they had placed several candles around one man while chanting and performing strange invocations. But instead of summoning anything helpful, they called the wrong spirits, evil ones. So they had to stop their ritual immediately. Mysterious shadow figure. A man was walking around his car when a tall, shadowy figure appeared, moving toward him. For some unknown reason, he began approaching it, as if drawn by a mysterious pull. Suddenly, the shadow entered him. After that, he stood completely still. Each evening, he'd been going outside his apartment and would return with no memory of the past 2 hours. So when he checked the CCTV and saw himself merging with the shadow, he was genuinely confused and terrified. In the CCTV footage, he had remained in that frozen state for 2 hours. After seeing that, the man decided to consult a priest. Unsettling tutorial. In 2018, this unsettling video clip was uploaded by an anonymous source under the title Tutorial. It shows the cameraman walking inside a forest, saying he would be recording a tutorial. But then the camera reveals limbs, which are terrifying. The skin looks grotesque and unnatural, not human at all. His hands and feet end in sharp, claw-like nails, making him appear almost like a predator. A few minutes into the video, he picks up a strange furry object from the ground. The vibe of the video is so creepy, viewers in the comments agreed that this was likely some kind of skinwalker. Hospital entity. An attendee staying late with a family member inside a hospital in Ohio had a disturbing encounter one night. At first, he thought it was just hallucinations from lack of sleep. He told his girlfriend that he had seen a tiny demonic entity disguised as a little girl wandering the hallway. As he sat down while his girlfriend recorded him, the camera caught something in the window behind him. It was a reflection that looked exactly like a small girl standing there. They only noticed it after watching the footage again, realizing the camera had captured the same thing he described earlier. Their fear became much worse. Ghost detection. Every one of us has tried one of these filters at least once. Shockingly, they can be quite accurate when it comes to detecting gender, age, and expressions. But in 2019, this man ended up recording something terrifying. As he was using the filter, the door behind him suddenly swung open, and the filter detected an invisible face. The characteristics of that face will send chills down your spine. Eerily, others have had similar terrifying experiences with this filter, each detecting centuries-old angry ghosts on cameras. So, will you be trying this filter again? Hollywood's dark side.
I was like, and then I don't know if you've had this, but I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And what?
The conspiracy theorists have been going wild over these moments. There have long been beliefs about Hollywood hiding dark truths. For example, during a Kelly Clarkson show, Kevin Hart suddenly had to shush her. He was clearly trying to stop her from revealing the hidden secrets of the industry. That part was even cut from the original interview. But this wasn't the only strange moment. On the same show, Ariana Grande had a slip of the tongue that immediately felt wrong. She quickly tried to cover it up as a joke. And clips like these truly expose the true side of Hollywood. These moments prove that the friendly, polished image we see on screen is often just an act.
Conspiracies that are going to come from that clip. Anyway.
Mariana Mortegard. Watching this video will make your skin crawl. The video shows a man staring directly at the camera against a red, cloudy background. If you really focus, his unblinking stare starts to feel like he's standing right in front of you. The high-pitched sound in the background feels really unsettling, like nails scraping on a chalkboard. When the video first circulated online, rumors began spreading that the video was cursed permanently. And those who started too long began doing crazy, undescribable things to themselves. So, are you willing to test if that's true? Demonic entity. In 2016, a man from Indonesia entered an old abandoned village after hearing rumors about ghost sightings. He dreamed of becoming a paranormal investigator and thought this would be the perfect place to start. As he was recording, suddenly a terrifying demonic face appeared right behind him on camera. He stayed as calm as he could. In certain myths, acknowledging such entities only makes them more dangerous, so the best choice is to ignore them completely. After that, he left He slowly walked away without looking back. After leaving the village, he admitted he was not built for this kind of work. Men in Black. While driving down a highway, the driver noticed a really odd man on the roadside. He wore a black suit and carried a briefcase. That sight doesn't feel too odd, right? Well, keep watching. Another man appeared wearing the same outfit, and after seeing him, they ran away from the car. Then, things became even more bizarre. There were nearly a dozen men on the roadside, with the same outfit, same briefcase, and had even lit up something in the distance, as if preparing for a ritual. It looked like these people belonged to a dangerous cult, waiting for their prey. But the guy got lucky and drove away. Dark Web Dog. Some things are better left in the dark. But since I watched it, you need to see this too. This video was uploaded in 2019 and shows a man claiming he bought a dog from the dark web. The creature had pale, grotesque skin, a twisted face with beady eyes that almost seemed aware, and a mouth that was gaping unnaturally wide. This was no dog. As the man spoke to it, the creature appeared to respond, whispering strange sounds. Then the video cut off abruptly as the creature began screeching in a terrifying way. Ghostly sleep disturbances. A man from Texas had been suffering from constant sleep disturbances, as strange things kept happening in his room every night, so he finally decided to install a security camera. That night, a strange white shape suddenly appeared on the camera, slowly shifting and changing its form. Moments later, objects in the room fell with intense force, as if something invisible had pushed them. Not long after that, the white figure shrank and vanished. At the exact same time, the man woke up suddenly. He was clearly confused and agitated, but at least this time, he had proof of the strange events on camera. Screams in church.
El Señor esté con ustedes.
Take a look at this creepy moment from a church. During Mass, a sudden gut-wrenching sound came from the pews. The pastor tried to dismiss it at first, but when the screaming didn't stop, he had to end the ceremony immediately. Although the video doesn't show it, reports linked the incident reveal that it was a possessed person who had reacted this way after listening to Mass. The situation was so severe that the church had to conduct an exorcism. Creepy, boyish figure. This following video starts with a person facing a strange, boyish figure. The figure looks unnatural, with slender limbs and a creepy face, and it does not look quite human. The creepiest part is the sounds it keeps making, which are high-pitched and deeply unsettling. Then the footage cuts to someone recording it from another angle, while the figure spoke disturbing words. After that, it ends abruptly in a truly disturbing way. Due to the lack of context and any real information, these clips could possibly be created as short horror segments meant purely to disturb and confuse viewers. Elisa Lam. This was the last time this woman was seen alive. The tourist named Elisa Lam has been staying at the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles, a building with a long-standing dark reputation. It seemed like this woman got wrapped up in that too. After her disappearance, investigators began a full investigation and found this chilling elevator footage. She looked confused, especially as she pressed the buttons, but the elevator didn't close. Then, it looked like she was seeing something, or something we couldn't see. She eventually stepped away and was found unresponsive on the hotel's rooftop. Dining room. When this video first came out in 2007, it terrified everyone. It became the cause of sleepless nights for many, and people became paranoid, fearing this woman would come for them. Even though nothing overtly scary happens, the eerily blank expression of the woman, her deep, distorted words, and her strange movements in the dimly lit room made it deeply unsettling. It can be played in a loop, making us feel like being trapped in a nightmare. However, it was later revealed to be just a production by a filmmaker named David Earl, but still, even years later, the video still feels just as terrifying and haunting. Box Demon.
I am the Box Demon.
In March 2025, a person appeared on the doorstep of a home in York County, Pennsylvania, calling themselves the Box Demon. It was around 4:20 a.m. when the Ring camera activated, showing a figure in a colorful sweater and a handmade paper plate mask. The mask had red and black circles around the eyes, and a wide mouth painted with black teeth. The figure spoke calmly, eerily, and even placed an empty cardboard box on the porch as a gift. Despite the bright colors, nothing about the visitor felt friendly. The homeowners didn't open the mysterious box, and police later identified the person, but released no further details.
I am the box demon.
Lizard people. Years ago, when Britney Spears said this on live TV, everyone laughed it off as a joke. But what if I told you there might be some truth to her words? For years, there have been stories about reptilians disguised as humans and living among us. According to those beliefs, their aim is to infiltrate elite society and control us. As bizarre as that sounds, some of these people have even been caught on camera, with their reptilian features revealing their true identity. Take a look! It might be possible that Britney had also encountered one of those lizard people back then, but no one believed her.